Macey Gerhart, and I'm going to talk about informative tips about purchasing beef. How many consumers go to the grocery store or meat market on a daily basis and wonder, what am I looking at or what am I looking for? Consumers want to know who's producing their meat, where it's coming from, and what's being put in it. Not to mention, cost plays a big role in what people purchase. By a show of hands, how many of you base your purchases off of cost? I know my family does. However, what does the label Prime, Choice, Select, grain-fed, and grass-fed beef to mean to the consumer? People go to the grocery store on a daily basis and purchase beef. So understanding the grades of beef and the feeding options are key to a successful shopping trip. So let's begin talking about what the beef has to go to get to your local grocery store and what the 3 common grades of beef are. The majority of the beef that we eat in the United States is from the United States. It all starts with the finished marking steer. When a market steer is considered finished, which means it has the right amount of fat cover on it, it will then be transferred to a processing plant where it will then be harvested. After it's harvested, the cuts of beef will then be transported to your local grocery store. So what is a finished market steer? A finished market steer is just as it sounds. A finished market steer is a steer that's finished and ready to be harvested. So where do you find finished on a market steer? You find finish in the brisket, over the smoothest of the back, the tailhead, and under fat. So why do we want a fat steer? A fat steer, the fat on a steer, or the more fat we have, contributes to the marbling in your meat. The marbling is the white specks of fat in your meat, and this allows your meat to be tender, juicy, and flavorful, and also helps keep your meat moist when cooking. Marbling also plays a big role when your beef is graded. So when you go to the grocery store, there's unending rows of meat, and they're all labeled. So what does USDA Prime, USDA Choice, USDA Select mean? The labels mean to the consumer. The grade of beef speaks about the quality of the beef, but based off of marbling and age, and it's also the language of the beef industry. The highest grade of beef that you can purchase is the USDA Prime. The USDA Prime is a high-quality beef that has the most marbling in it. There 2.9% of graded beef is only prime. You can also, the reason why, therefore you will not find this in your local grocery store because it is expensive and it's a high quality meat. The next choice you have is USDA Choice. USDA Choice is a high quality meat, but it does not have the amount of marbling that your prime beef does. But you can find this anywhere. You can also find USDA Select nearly anywhere, but it just doesn't have the amount of marbling that your prime and choice grades of beef do. It is found in stores like Walmart because Walmart focuses on low prices and the average consumer can afford to select beef. So now that we've talked about the grades of beef, what does the USDA grader mean? USDA stands for the United States Department of Agriculture, and it's a branch of the food safety inspection, and every piece of meat, every carcass is checked by a USDA grader. Grain-fed beef, you also have the options of grain-fed and grass-fed beef at your local grocery store. So grain-fed beef is cattle that have been raised in feedlots and have been fed 3 times a day of a ration of soy and corn. 3 billion pounds of beef has been 3 billion pounds of beef per year is usually grain-fed beef. You also have grass-fed beef. It's much leaner and it doesn't have as much marbling than your grain-fed beef does, but it does have up to 6 more omega-3 fatty acids in it, and it's desirable for its earthy taste. So what's the difference? There's really no difference. It's just your opinion and which taste you like better. No matter what, you're getting all the necessary nutrition from either kinds of beef. Beef has high quality beef. Beef has a high quality protein in it. Beef has a high quality protein in it which can help build up the body. Either way you go, prime, choice, or select, either way you slice it, I hope that you have a successful shopping trip. Thank you.